All right, we are back with the Swathers. Ben Roth tips the ball. It will be tips the ball, but it was scrambled loose. It's Hesston's ball.
Casey Richardson went out with the ball. Ball over to Braden Esau.
Up to Jackson. Passes it to Braden Esau in the corner. Down to Ben Bollinger.
Ben Bollinger, shot. Shot is no good. Ortiz now. Over to Halleck.
He goes up, but it's blocked by Jackson Humphreys. Ben Bollinger brings up the ball, passes to Kaysen. Goes to Jackson, who brings it to the top of the key.
Kaysen now with the ball. Over to Bollinger. Bollinger puts it up. Shot is good. Brings the score to 2 for Swathers and 0 for St. John. Wolf now with the ball, being guarded. Passes it to Fisher. Back to Wolf. Ortiz now with the ball, goes up. Out of bounds.
Jackson Humphrey with the inbounds play, passes to Kaysen. Kaysen will bring the ball up the court. Kaysen goes to Schilling. Looks for the inside, but no, goes to Ben Bollinger. Kaysen drives, no good. Gets his own rebound, goes again, also no good. St. John ball.
Ortiz working his way down. Over to Fisher. Fisher to Halleck.
There's a foul.
First person on Tanner Halling.
On Tanner Halling of St. John. Swather ball. Kaysen Richardson's bringing the ball up the court now.
Looking for an opening. Over to Bollinger. Back out to Humphrey. Sorry, Kaysen.
Foul called on number 4, Trey Fisher. Esau is throwing in the ball. He passes to Bollinger.
Richardson now with the ball. Over to Esau. Esau to Bollinger. Back to Richardson. Schilling now over to Bollinger.
Bollinger passes to Jackson, who goes to Schilling. Schilling at the top of the key. Goes up to Bollinger. Passes to Jackson. Esau tries to pass to Bollinger inside, but it is tipped by number 2, Oritz. And it's Swather ball. Schilling with the inbounds play. He passes to Schilling.
Esau now drives up. Shot is no good, blocked by St. John. Ortiz now with the ball, guarded by Esau, looking for an opening. Sends it out to Halleck, over to Ortiz.
St. John's ball with 4 minutes and 38 seconds to go.
First person on Ben Bollinger.
Ben Bollinger is caught with a foul.
25, Max Arnold.
Max Arnold now in for the Swathers. Takes over for Esau.
24, Toby Bull.
And in for St. John is number 24, Wolf. He takes over for Haleen.
Ortiz now with the ball. Drives out. Toby Wolf now with the ball. Top of the key, over.
Second personal on Tanner Holling.
Second personal foul on Tanner Holling.
Swather basketball. Jackson with the inbounds play. Passes to Richardson, who brings the ball up the court.
Drives out to Schilling.
Schilling looks for Max, but not there.
Bollinger now. Back to Schilling. Now Humphreys.
Makes a nice drive, but it is blocked with a foul. Foul is on Marshall Wolf. It's his first foul. Jackson to the line.
Humphreys will be shooting 2 shots.
Jackson Humphrey now with his first of 2 shots. Shot is up. And shot goes just short.
43, Elijah Delp.
In for St. John is number 43, Elijah Delp.
Humphrey now with his second shot. Shot is up. This shot makes it. Brings the score to 3-0. Swathers up by 3. Just around 4 minutes remaining in this quarter. Ortiz is going to pass it in. Guarded by Arnold of Hesston. Ortiz shoots. Shot is no good.
Foul is called. Foul will be on
First person on
Cason Richardson. Ortiz goes to the line. He will shoot 2. Oh, my mistake. It was not a shooting foul. Ortiz with the ball in.
Ortiz inbounds it to Wolf. Wolf looking for a pass.
First personal on Andrew Schmidt.
First personal foul on Andrew Schmidt of Hesston.
St. John ball with 3.5 minutes left to play. Ortiz looking for someone to throw it into. He goes to Marshall Wolf, who shoots the 3 but misses. Ben Bollinger gets the rebound, and Esau will bring it up the court for the Swathers. Esau caught with a travel. Tried to look for Bollinger, but he wasn't there. St. John ball now.
Number 10, Uriel Caleros for St. John. Also 21, Colin Holling.
Caleros in for St. John.
And Colin Holling as well.
Caleros starting the ball. Ortiz trying to get the ball in there. Didn't quite make it.
A foul is called on
First personal on Max Arnold.
on Max Arnold. This is his first foul.
Brings 4 fouls for Hesston and 4 fouls on St. John's tonight.
Ortiz throws the ball into Toby Wolf.
Wolf tries to reach up. Blocked by Bollinger. fight for the ball now.
Jackson Humphreys
in for the Swathers again is Humphreys. Ortiz will throw in the ball. He passes to Caleros, who tries to drive but is knocked away by Nick Arnold. Jackson Humphreys brings the ball up for the Swathers. He passes to Max. Max drives but dishes it back out to Schmidt.
Schmidt to Esau. Now Humphrey. Up to Nick Arnold.
Tries to make action, but he can't. Goes to Schmidt, who passes it back up to the top of the key to Jackson. Jackson to Arnold. Arnold dribble drives but misses. Ball is hit out of bounds. It will be St. John's. In for St. John is Marshall Wolf, and in for the Swathers is Kason Richardson and Braden Schilling.
A little over 3.5 minutes left in this quarter. St. John's will be inbounding. Inbounds to Calero. Back now Marshall Wolf being guarded by Braden Esau of Hesston. Drives in. And up, and that will be good. That brings the score to 3-2. Hesston up by 1. Kason Richardson now with the ball over to Nick Arnold. Nick Arnold.
Schilling with the ball, passes it back up to the top of the key to Richardson. Richardson tries to dish it down to Schilling, but misses. St. John's ball now. Trey Fisher is in for St. John. And Marshall Wolf will be in the inbounds pass.
Calero trying to get in there. Didn't quite have an opening. Couldn't make it.
Swather ball.
A little over 2 minutes left in this first quarter of tonight's boys varsity game. Thank you for tuning in.
If you would like score updates, make sure to follow us at Swather Sports Network on Twitter. Esau passes it to Richardson, who's at the top of the key, looking to make some action.
Braden Esau now with the ball. Over to Jackson Humphrey. Into Kason Richardson. Shot is up, and that shot is going to be good. 2-pointer for Kason Richardson. Brings the score to 5-2. Swathers up by 3.
Marshall Wolf brings the ball up the floor for the Tigers.
Ball was knocked out of bounds. Going to be Swather ball.
Nick Arnold passes the ball into Kason. He brings the ball up the court. Passes to Humphreys, who looks but dishes it to Kason. Kason dribble drives with the shot, no good. Arnold with the rebound, also shot, no good. Schilling is fouled trying to get a shot up. He will be shooting. Schilling was fouled by Delp from St. John. He will shoot 2 shots.
First shot is up. Shot is good. Brings the score to 6-2. Hesston up by 4.
In for St. John is number 44, Tanner Haling.
Schilling now with his second free throw. Shot is up. Shot is also good.
In for the Swathers now is Ben Bollinger again. He'll take out Jackson.
Ortiz will be inbounding the ball with 1:20 on the clock. Wolf with a nice fast break.
A foul is called.
First personal on Braden Schilling.
Foul is called on Braden Schilling. This is his first foul. Ortiz passes the ball in. A foul is called. Fans don't like that one.
Second personal on Braden Schilling.
Foul is also called on Braden Schilling. That's his second foul.
Brings the Swathers up to 6 fouls tonight. St. John's up to 5.
Ortiz with the ball in. He passes to Colin Haling.
Over now to Ortiz. Back to Wolf. Wolf out to Hallig. Over. Shoots.
Another foul is called. The fans really don't like that one.
A lot of emotion tonight here in the stands at Hesston High School.
Tanner Halling is shooting 2
Foul is called on Kason Richardson. That's his second foul.
Tanner Halling will be shooting 2 shots. Shot is up. Shot is no good.
Max Arnold back in for the Swathers, in for Braden Schilling.
Tanner Halling is a 6'7" senior, very tall. Going to go for his second shot now. Shot is no good, falls a little bit short, knocked out by Bollinger.
Swather basketball.
Nick Arnold throws it in. Kason Richardson working his way down the court. Taking his time, looking for an opening, out to Esau. Esau over, all the way to Max Arnold. Locked
Max
down.
tries to go to his brother Nick, but it's blocked. A great drive by number 44, Haling, which will result in a score. Brings the score to 7-4 Swathers. Kason brings the ball up, passes to Esau. Back to Kason at the top of the key.
Still at the top of the key, Kason holding on to that ball as long as he can. Max Arnold, now Kason.
About 20 seconds left in this first quarter.
Esau now with the ball, over back to Richardson. Richardson over to Bollinger. Bollinger to Arnold.
Kason in the corner shoots a 3, but it is no good.
3.8 seconds left. Score is 7-4. Swathers up by 3.
It is
7
St.
fouls.
John's ball.
Ortiz will be inbounding the ball. Inbounds it to Fisher. Fisher going with a long shot. Comes up way too far off.
And that concludes the first quarter of this Hesston versus St. John varsity basketball game.
Indeed. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Please be sure to check out the Swathers Sports Network YouTube channel to replay any game on demand. Thank you, and we'll be right back.
All right, we are back with the start of the second quarter. It will be Swathers ball to start.
Thank you for tuning in on this 20th day of December 2019.
Max Arnold in the corner, passes to Bollinger, dishes it to Esau. Esau looks in the corner. It's
Snapped up by Max Arnold, over to Bollinger. Now to Nick Arnold. Nick Arnold with the three-pointer, misses. Ball is wrestled for, grabbed by Bollinger. Over to Richardson. Richardson now to Esau. Back to Richardson. Richardson top of the key.
Richardson tries to make a play, but no good. Now to Esau. Esau dribbles to the top, tries to make some action, but nothing.
Now Richardson. Richardson looking for a way in. Shoots it. That is good. That brings the score to 9-4. Swathers up by 5. 7 fouls on the Swathers, 5 on St. John's. Ortiz now with the ball.
Tis to Fisher, who tries to drive, but nothing.
Over to Haling. Now back to Ortiz.
Ortiz caught with a travel. It will be Swather ball.
Seen a decent amount of fouls tonight. Case and Richardson now with the ball. Braden Esau over to Ben Bollinger. Bollinger back to Esau, over to Richardson. Max Arnold now throws it in, snagged by Fisher. Fisher brings it over to Marshall Wolf. Marshall Wolf now with the ball, guarded by Max Arnold of Hesston. Holding on to the ball quite a while there. Passes it over. Haling. Over to Ortiz. Ortiz shoots a three-pointer but misses it. Ben Bollinger knocked to the ground.
Swather gets the rebound after a lot of change of possessions. Nick Arnold in the corner passes to Richardson. Richardson dishes it to Max Arnold, looks for the three but nothing there. Ben Bollinger shoots a jumper but not quite made it. Marshall Wolf brings the ball up the floor for the Tigers. Shoots a jumper but nothing. Esau will bring the ball up the court for the Swathers. Passes to Richardson. Richardson goes to Max Arnold, who dishes it to Nick.
Nick Arnold now hands it off to Braden Esau of Hesston. Over to Case and Richardson. Richardson top of the key, holding on to the ball. Over to Nick Arnold. Nick Arnold out to Max Arnold, his older brother.
Ben Bollinger in the corner. Passes to Richardson.
Esau now. Esau looking for an opening, trying to get out of that situation, guarded by Ortiz of St. John. Throws it over. Case and Richardson now, over to Nick Arnold.
Richardson dishes it to Max. Max shoots the three. Not quite. St. John gets the rebound. Ortiz brings the ball up the court for the Tigers. He is guarded by Esau right now.
Wolf.
Ortiz tries to pass it to Wolf, but can't seem to get it. Swather basketball. In for the Swather is Ty Schrader and Jake Proctor.
Looks like the ref's going to be cleaning up some spill on the floor there. The score is 9-4. Swathers up by 5. It's amazing how close these teams are evenly matched. They are fighting very hard. Proctor now with the ball. Almost loses his hands. Over back to Proctor. Misses it. Now Ortiz with the ball. Driving up. Nice fast break. Puts it. Nope, not quite in. Haling with the
Haling with the rebound and a made basket. Swather ball now. Nick Arnold passes it to Esau, who dribble drives, but dishes it to Ty Schrader. Bobbles a bit, but regains it.
Jake Proctor now, guarded by Ortiz and Haling.
And it called on a travel.
Number 0, Marshall Wolf in for St. John.
Wolf back in for St. John, as well as Kason Richardson for the Swathers. Fisher will inbound the ball. He passes to Ortiz.
Ortiz now over to the far side of the court, guarded by Braden Esau, back out. Fisher. Now Marshall Wolf driving in, shoots it,
No
misses
good.
it.
Rebound by Kason Richardson, drives up the basket. Passes to Ty Schrader, who goes into Ben Bollinger. He drives and is blocked on a shot.
Ball blocked by Elijah Delp, who's a 6'7".
Swather basketball. Kaysen will throw in. He passes to Nick Arnold, who goes to Esau at the top. Back to Kaysen.
Ty Schrader now with the ball. Back out. Over Braden Esau. Moving it around very quick. Ben Bollinger now with the ball. Throws it way far out to Richardson. Richardson tries to get it up.
Drives and going with no good.
Just short of the
foul is
basket.
called.
Second personal on Ben Bollinger.
Ben Bollinger with his second foul. It is St. John ball,
8 fouls on the Swathers.
which means we are going down to shoot.
.32 Jackson Humphreys back in for Hesston.
Jackson Humphreys back in for the Swathers.
1-1.
Trey Fisher from St. John's going to shoot 1 and 1. Trey Fisher, 6'1" senior. First shot is up. Shot is good. Brings the score to 9-7. Swathers up by 2. 3 minutes left in the second period.
Back in for the Tigers is number 44, Tanner Halling.
Fisher now with his second shot here on this 1-and-1. Shot goes up. Shot bounces off the back. Knocked out of bounds.
Swather basketball. Ball will be thrown in by Ty Schrader. He goes to Kaysen Richardson, who brings the ball up the court.
Richardson guarded heavily over to Nick Arnold. Nick Arnold to Ty Schrader. Ty Schrader back to Richardson. Richardson to Braden Esau. Braden Esau is surrounded. Throws it to Kaysen Richardson.
Jackson passes to Esau, who goes to Richardson. Who goes to Esau with the three. Not quite.
Bounces off the rim. The ball is thrown back in by
St.
Howling.
John.
Ortiz now, guarded by Braden Esau. Ortiz
Tries to pass to Colin Haling, but it's knocked out of bounds.
ball bounces right off his hand and goes right out of bounds. Looks like Ty Schrader will be inbounding for Hesston. Going to pass it to Kaysen Richardson, who works his way down.
Richardson goes to Nick and tries to pass to Ty Schrader, but it is knocked out of bounds by Marshall Wolf. Still Swather ball. Kaysen inbounds to Jackson Humphreys. Passes to Ty Schrader.
Now Jake Proctor with the ball.
Foul is called on number 21, Colin Haling. That is his first foul.
Ty Schrader inbounds the ball over to Nick.
Jackson had the ball, but it is knocked away by Ortiz.
Ortiz now on the far side, passes it out. Now to Marshall Wolf. Knocked out by Nick Arnold. Minute 45 on the clock, 9-7. Swathers up by 2. 8 fouls on the Swathers, 6 on St. John.
In for the Swathers now is Andrew Schmidt. He'll be taking out Nick Arnold.
Ortiz inbounds the ball.
Goes up to Fisher at the top of the key.
Trey Fisher looking for an opening.
Ball is stolen by Ty Schrader, who passes it to Kaysen Richardson. Bit of discrepancy on the court. Let's see what the refs call.
Looks like the officials are going to have to talk about that one. Looks like a foul's going to be called on 35 for Hesston. Andrew Schmidt. Coaches seem quite angry after that call.
Double foul, number 2 on Andrew Schmidt of Hesston, and number 3 on Tanner Halling of St. John.
Refs are really trying to figure this one out.
Quite an interesting situation. But it does look like Ortiz will be inbounding the ball for St. John.
Ref talking to Ty Schrader and Colin Haling right now. Play will resume.
Ortiz once again throws it in. Marshall Wolf. Marshall Wolf back to Ortiz.
Ortiz brings the ball up the court. He is guarded by Ty Schrader.
Steps out wide, knocked down.
A foul is called. Swathers student section getting really rowdy with that one.
Foul is called on Jake Proctor of Hesston. It's his first personal foul of the night.
Ortiz will shoot. He will shoot 2.
Joel Norte. Oh.
First
Shot is
up.
good, indeed. Brings the score to 9-8. Hesston up by 1. Ortiz with his second shot now. Throws it up. Shot is also good. Looks like it's a queen. Nothing but net.
Casey Richardson brings the ball up the court for the Swathers. He passes to Jackson Humphreys, who goes back to Kaysen, tries to drive, but he is fouled.
Score is 9-9. Very close game.
Kaysen now at the line shooting.
Second person on Elijah Delp.
The foul is called on number 43, Elijah Delp.
Casey Richardson will be shooting 1-1.
Kaysen Richardson now 1-1. Shot is up. Shot is good. A little bit of rim there, but still very clean shot.
Brings the score 10-9 Swathers with a minute left to play in the half.
Richardson now going to do his second shot. Shot is up. Shot is also good. Nice clean shot. Ortiz will be bringing it in.
Esau in for the Swathers, as well as Nick Arnold.
Nick Arnold swapping out with Jake Proctor. Ortiz throws it in. Marshall Wolf. Wolf back to Ortiz. Ortiz in the middle, guarded by Nick Arnold of Hesston. Throws it over. Haling now throws it back. Fisher looking for a way out.
Gets fouled. Foul is called on
First personal on
Jackson Humphrey.
It's his first foul.
Trey Fisher will be shooting 2 shots.
Trey Fisher will now shoot 2. His first shot's up. It's good. Brings the score to 11-10 Swathers.
Extremely close score tonight. Very evenly matched teams. Fisher now, second shot. Shot is up. Shot is good. Bounces off the backboard, goes in.
Tied ball game now when Esau brings the ball up for the Swathers with just under 50 seconds to play. Esau to Humphreys. Humphrey looks but goes to Nick Arnold in the corner. Nick passes back to Humphreys, who goes to Nick Arnold. Nick to Jackson. Jackson tries to go to Andrew Smith but misses. Ball will be St. John's. My mistake. The ball was tipped by St. John. It will be Swather basketball.
Braden Esau inbounding. Jackson Humphrey now throws it over. Andrew Schmidt.
Andrew Schmidt tries to drive. He shoots. It is good. Brings the score to 13-11 Swathers.
25 seconds remain.
Ortiz brings the ball up the court.
Fast break up. Throws it.
Shoots, but no good. Ball is rebounded by St. John. Ball goes up, but no good. Foul is called.
Third personal on Andrew Schmidt.
Third personal foul tonight for Andrew Schmidt of Hesston.
Elijah Delp will be shooting 2 shots.
Elijah Delp will shoot 2.
Delp first shot up. Shot is no good.
About 12 seconds left to play. Max is in for the Swathers.
Delp, 1 shot remaining. Looks like the Arnold boys will be switching sides here in this lineup. Delp with the second shot. Shot is up. Shot is good. Nothing but net.
Makes the score 13-12 Swathers with a little over 12 seconds to play. Make sure you stay tuned during halftime for the cheerleaders' winter dance. Esau brings the ball up the court.
Esau taking his time, looking for a good opening. Throws it to Nick Arnold. Back to Esau. Back to Nick Arnold. Nick Arnold shoots.
No good.
Misses the 3.
That concludes the first half of the boys Hesston versus St. John basketball game. The score is 13-12.
These teams are very evenly matched, I would say. Wouldn't you say so?
All right, now let's have a special treat from the Hesston Swather cheerleaders.
see them shine in academic areas as well is just very, very rewarding. As a teacher, I'm very proud. So, congratulations. Nice work, Mackenzie.
Thank you,
Yes,
Gaston.
yes.
How are your finals?
Oh, I think everyone pretty much survived. Pretty
That's
unscathed, you know.
No deaths during final.
Well,
Is a
right.
good statistic.
Yes, we'll see how it all shakes out in the end, but you know, I think pretty unscathed. So
During the stream today, I got to use the word debacle, so that was fun.
during the stream,
Yep.
very good. We know we should really work on our broadcasting terms.
Yeah.
And really think of some colorful commentary to
for
use.
Sure.
We'll practice. We'll get this all set up in the room next semester, and we'll just do some practice banter.
Yeah,
yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I honestly think that we should have a talk show.
Agreed.
Pregame talk show. Talk up the players, talk up the stats.
Yeah,
maybe
absolutely.
have some post-game talk show quick.
A little bit.
So
yeah.
I think it would be a great option.
I don't disagree with that. It's just very fun to talk into the future.
I like hearing yourself.
I do like hearing myself. Become more confident in my voice on a microphone.
Definitely,
and,
absolutely.
Yes. Oh man. It's been a long day though.
How does it feel to know that you only have one semester left with some of your students?
It's very sad. Very sad. I've said this for a long time. Since you guys are sophomores, but especially this year when I don't have you really in class much anymore. Great class. Class of 2020 is a solid group.
I agree 100%.
I'll be sad to see you go. Not that other classes aren't good too, but there's something about class of 2020, you know?
Absolutely. Can I ask,
yes.
On the record, who your favorite student
is?
On
the record. On the record, you know?
For all the folks at home.
For all the folks listening at home. Well, yeah, I would say my favorite student as of this minute is Mackenzie Unreal. You know,
I didn't even tell her to say that, guys.
At 8:26 on Friday, December 20th. You know,
I am so honored.
Good.
Gaston, at this moment, December 20th, 8:26. You are my favorite teacher.
You know, we had a moment, folks. We're having a moment right now.
You are witnessing history, right?
You are. I'm also seeing the handheld going in and out of night vision mode, and I don't know how the viewers at home are going to feel about night vision.
I think it's great. Add some fun flair to the stream.
Okay.
Maybe we'll have to try that next week. You let us know.
Okay. Well, this is
at Swathers Sports Network.
There you go. Tweet at us. This is Gaston. I'm going to sign off. I'm going to go back down to the floor and get some footage.
Oh, yeah. I'll stay here.
All right, folks. Enjoy the second half.
All right, we are back in the second half. Swathers has the ball. Richardson dribbling up the court. He passes to Ben Bollinger, wide open, but misses the shot. St. John ball now. Ortiz brings the ball up the court. He is guarded by Esau. Fisher shoots, but someone seems to be hurt. Have the coach and the athletic trainer from St. John out here on the court.
Okay, Joey, I'm taking over. I'm taking the handheld down. I gotta go. Come find me when you want to. Goodbye.
Tanner Haling stands.
Okay, you're really quiet. I'm gonna turn you up. Okay.
Is that better?
That's a lot better. Thank you. All right, head it down.
And walks off the court.
Limping on that left leg a little bit. Hopefully he's all right.
Third personal on Ben Bollinger.
Foul on Ben Bollinger. That is his third foul. In for the Swathers is Andrew Schmidt.
Third person on Braden Schilling.
Braden Schilling picks up his third foul.
Looks like there's some anger out there on that court on that call.
34, Nick Arnold in for Hesston.
Nick Arnold in for the Swathers.
Going to take Schilling's place.
Ortez will have the inbounds play for St. John. Ortiz passes to Fisher. Ball is out of bounds on the Swathers. Still St. John's ball.
Ortiz inbounding for St. John's.
He passes to Marshall Wolf. Throws up a shot but misses. Kason Richardson brings the ball up the court for the Swathers.
Kason Richardson still with the ball, throws it in. Andrew Schmidt at the top of the key.
Drives, throws the shot up, and is fouled. Foul is called on Trey Fisher. It's his second foul. Andrew Schmidt will be shooting for the Swathers. He will shoot two. His first shot is up. It's good. That makes the score 14-12 Swathers.
Andrew Schmidt throws it. Shot is clean. Nothing but net. Ortiz now with the ball, holding on to it. Slowly making his way down the court, guarded by Braden Esau of Hesston. Shuffles over to the side. Over to
Ortiz
Halen.
passes to Colin Haling. Shoots but misses. Rebound gotten by Andrew Schmidt. Ball is up the court to Kason Richardson, who drives. Shoot. A foul is called. Foul is called on
Third personal on
Trey Fisher. That's his third foul. Timeout called by St. John. Oh, my apologies. Hesston, full timeout. Oh, just kidding. St. John.
Score is 15-12. Swathers are up by 3. Approximately 6 minutes and 46 seconds left on the clock. Third period here. 2 fouls on each team. Stay tuned for more action.
All right, we are back after that timeout. It will be Swather basketball.
Kason Richardson a little friendly with our camera.
That's what you get when we have a nice sideline shot like that. Kason throws to Esau at the top of the key. Back to Kason.
Richardson back to Esau. Esau over to Jackson Humphreys. Humphreys back to Richardson. Richardson top of the key, throws it. Jackson Humphreys over to Braden Esau. Richardson now throws it, hands it off to Nick Arnold. Back to Kason Richardson. Now Jackson Humphreys, top of the key. Drives it over. Braden Esau back to Jackson Humphrey. Braden Esau again, throws it over. Andrew Schmidt.
Jackson takes the drive, shoots but nothing. Tries to get the rebound. Swather basketball still. In for St. John is Toby Wolf. Kaysen will inbounds the ball for the Swathers. He passes to Esau at the top of the key. Esau goes to Richardson.
Jackson
Nick
Humphrey
Arnold
over to Nick Arnold. Yep.
in the corner, shoots, but no good. Marshall Wolf brings the ball up the court for the Tigers. Drives all the way.
Ball spins out of control.
Travels.
Calls a travel.
Swather basketball. Jackson will inbounds the ball. He passes to Kaysen Richardson, who will bring the ball up the court for the Swathers.
Richardson taking his time, making a good shot out to Nick Arnold.
Ball is knocked loose, but Andrew regains it. Passes to Nick Arnold, who scores.
2.0.
Makes the score 17-12 Swathers with 5.5 minutes left to play.
2 fouls on each team. Marshall Wolf comes in. Doesn't make that shot. Grabbed by Nick Arnold. Nick Arnold to Kaysen Richardson. Richardson driving the ball up the court. Makes a nice layup. Brings the score to 19-12. Swathers up.
Timeout called by St. John. Great play by the Swathers there.
Indeed. Nice smooth layup by Kaysen Richardson.
Full timeout. If you want score updates or just following us on Twitter, follow us at Swather Sports Network.
Special thanks to our technical help tonight. We have Ben Hunsberger running the main computer, Emerson Welsh on the pan camera, Mackenzie Unruh on commentary,
And
myself on
James
commentary,
Peters on commentary.
Teague Mendola on technical supervision, and Catherine Gaston on the sideline camera. Stay tuned.
All right, we're back with some more Swather Tiger basketball. St. John's ball.
Just over 5 minutes left in this third period tonight.
Ortiz will inbounds the ball for the Tigers. Ortiz now brings the ball up. He is guarded by Esau.
Ortiz moving very quickly, darting around.
Passes to Fisher. Fisher drives to the top of the key. Looking, but can't find anyone.
Sweeps the ball up out of reach of Hesston.
Toby Wolf now with the ball. Passes to Caleros. Back to Ortiz.
Yep,
Ball
Ortiz
fake,
throws
shoots,
up.
but nothing. Rebound by Andrew Schmidt. Esau brings the ball up the court. Passes to Nick Arnold.
Now Kaysen Richardson. Jackson Humphreys, top of the key. Over, Kaysen Richardson pumps up. Misses that
good.
shot. Calero now with the ball.
Toby Wolf with the ball now at the top of the key. Passes to Fisher. Trying
Nice
to set up
handoff
a
there.
play here.
Yep,
Ball is tapped away, but he regains the power.
Jackson Humphrey almost got the ball out of his hands.
Ortiz now with the ball. Guarded by Esau. Ortiz drives and makes it, which makes the score 19-14 Swathers.
3.5 minutes remaining. Nick
Kaysen
Arnold,
Richardson
Kaysen
drives,
Richardson.
but is blocked, and it is knocked out of bounds on him. St. John basketball.
For 0, Marshall Wolf.
In for St. John is Marshall Wolf and Colin Haling. Caleros will inbounds the ball. He passes to Wolf.
Marshall Wolf working his way down, guarded closely by Braden Esau, number 1 for Hesston. Fisher passes it off to Haling. Haling out. Toby Wolf now. Toby Wolf throws it out. Caleros drives in, tries to make a layup. Didn't make it.
Ball out of bounds on St. John. It will be Swather basketball. In for the Swathers is senior Max Arnold.
Trey Fisher was almost able to rebound that, just not quite fast enough. Kason Richardson now, just past half court. Now top of the key, over Max Arnold. Max Arnold throws it Jackson Humphrey over Nick Arnold, back to Kason Richardson. Drives it over, back up to Humphreys. Humphreys shoots, makes a three-pointer, brings the score up to 22-14. Hesston up.
Marshall Wolf now bringing the ball up for St. John Tigers. He passes to Colin Haling.
Just under 2.5 minutes remaining in this third quarter tonight. Thank you for tuning in. Foul is called.
Toby Wolf.
On number 21, Toby Wolf of St. John. In for the Swathers is Ty Schrader and Mr. Esau. Esau brings the ball up the court for the Swathers.
Esau pump fakes over Nick Arnold, back to Braden Esau.
To Ty Schrader now. Schrader skip passes to Andrew Schmidt, shoots a long three, and he makes it. Brings the score now to 25-14 Swathers. Marshall Wolf bringing the ball up the court for the Tigers.
Over.
Esau taps it, gets the ball, drives, and makes the layup.
Nice fast break there by Esau.
Timeout now by St. John. The score for the Swathers is 27-14 with 1:50 to play in the third.
Esau's first 2 points here in the second half.
We'll be back to you after this break.
Welcome back. We are live. Here we have St. John versus Hesston Swathers. Ortiz with the ball, working down, guarded generally far by Esau. Esau
Ortiz drives, but the ball's knocked loose. Swather basketball.
Jackson Humphrey will be inbounding the ball for the Swathers. Passes it over Braden Esau. Going to be guarded by Ortiz here. Back to Humphreys. Humphreys over to Max Arnold, senior for Hesston High School. Over to Nick Arnold, goes for a layup, not quite.
Esau gets the rebound, passes to Ty Schrader, who's at the top of the key, to Max Arnold, looking to set something up. He passes to Nick. Nick drives to the corner, drives in, shoots, almost makes it, but is fouled. Nick Arnold will be shooting. The foul is called on number 4, Trey Fisher. That is his fourth foul.
Shooting 2 shots.
Nick Arnold now has 2 shots.
Nick Arnold, ball is up. Bounces off the back, doesn't go in. Nick Arnold will be taking a second shot here shortly. Nick Arnold now, second shot. Shot is up. This shot flies out a little bit. Ortiz grabs the ball. Guarded by Braden Esau off here to this close side. Out there.
To Wolf.
Marshall Wolf throws it in. Grabbed by Fisher. Fisher goes out.
A foul is taken by Nick Arnold, I believe. Swather fans don't like that one.
First personal on Nick Arnold.
It's Nick Arnold's first foul.
Trey Fisher will be shooting.
First foul of this half.
Trey Fisher shooting. He will have 2 shots. First one is up.
Shot
it's
is good. Nice, clean, nothing but net right there.
Casey Richardson
In for the Swathers is number 14, Kason Richardson. Just under a minute left to play in this third quarter. Second shot by Fisher.
Trey Fisher, shot is up. Another clean shot. Impressive free throw skills right there. Didn't even hit the rim.
Toby Wolf now in for St. John. Score will be 27-16 Swathers.
Looks like Jackson Humphrey will be inbounding the ball for the Swathers. Throws it over. Kason Richardson now with the ball. Jackson Humphrey again. Looking for an opening. Looked to Max Arnold, but went with Kason Richardson instead. Throws it over to Jackson Humphrey. Back to Kason Richardson. Richardson looks like he's going to drive.
Corner, drives, almost has it, but is fouled.
That ball just barely rolled out, right off the backside of the rim here.
Second personal on Marshall Wolf.
Second personal foul tonight from Marshall Wolf of St. John's.
Kason will shoot 2. First shot is up, no good. 35 seconds left to play in this third quarter. Kason now for his second shot. This one is good. Brings the score to 28-16 Swathers.
Ortiz will be inbounding for St. John. Throws it over. Marshall Wolf back to Ortiz here. Guarded by Braden Esau once again. Over to Haling. Colin Haling throws it back to Elijah Delp. Grabbed by Max Arnold.
Steals the ball, but it bounces off his foot.
Ball grabbed by Ty Schrader, it appears.
Looks to be a jump ball, which means it is, I believe, St. John's ball. Yes.
Just over 12 seconds remain in this third period here. Score is 28-16. Swathers up significantly.
Ortiz throws it into Marshall Wolf. Back to Ortiz, who brings the ball up the court.
Hands it off here.
To Haling. Haling goes back to Ortiz, who drives.
Ortiz
but
misses that.
This will mark the end of the third quarter. Score is 28-16 Swathers. And we will be back to you after this.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. Please be sure to check out the Swathers Sports Network YouTube channel for on-demand playback of any of these games that are streamed. Be sure to like and subscribe. Thank you. We are back once again. This is the start of the fourth period tonight. The score is currently 28-16. Swathers up. 3 fouls on the Swathers, 5 on St. John's. Andrew Schmidt will be inbounding to Braden Esau. Esau throws it over. Kason Richardson, top of the key now. Dribbles towards the far side. Hands it off to Schilling. Schilling looks like he's going to go up, but does not. Hands it off here. Andrew Schmidt back to Kason Richardson of Hesston.
Kason in the corner. He goes to Ben Bollinger, looks. Goes to Schilling. Dribbles to the top of the key. Hands it back off to Kason Richardson. To Schilling. Schilling looks. Dishes it to Andrew Schmidt in the corner. Andrew drives. Shoots, but nothing. Rebound gained by Esau. Kason Richardson with the ball now. Andrew Schmidt again. Tries to drive. Falls. Gives it to Schilling. Ben Bollinger goes. He shoots. Misses but is fouled. He will go to the line to shoot some free throws.
Third personal on Elijah Delp.
Foul is called on Elijah Delp. That's his third foul. Ben Bollinger shooting 2. First one is good. Brings
Nice
the
shot.
score to 29-16 Swathers.
That's Bollinger's third point of the second half here.
Second
is
shot
up.
also good. Now 30-16 Swathers. Ortiz throws in the ball to Wolf. Back to Ortiz, who will bring the ball up the court.
Guarded closely by Schilling here. Richardson tries to get in there and get the ball. Oh, snapped out by Ben
takes the
Bollinger.
ball away, but is regained by St. John. Marshall Wolf now passes to Ortiz.
That was quick thinking on both of their parts as Ben Bollinger slapped the ball out of his hand, but he was still able to keep control.
Andrew Schmidt is fouled. It's his fourth foul. And Jackson Humphreys comes in for Andrew. Inbounding the ball is number 21, Colin Haling for St. John.
Colin Haling throws it in.
Passes. Jackson Humphreys with the ball now. To
Kason Richardson, yep, on that far side. Tries to bounce it in. Ben Bollinger now inside. Braden Esau looking for a three-pointer. Doesn't quite make it. Ball bounces out. Number 43, Elijah Delp now. Hands it off to Ortiz. Briefly there with Colin Haling for a second. Guarded by Braden Esau right now. Top of the key. Throws it over. Colin Haling now with the ball on the far side. Delp doesn't quite make the three. Ball now with Braden Esau of Hesston, number 1 for the Swathers.
He drives up, passes it to Kason.
Kason turns
Stumbled
it
a
around.
bit there.
Impressive.
To Schilling with the three, not quite, but rebound is gotten by St. John.
Leaves us with just over 6 minutes left in the fourth period here. Score is 30-16. Swathers up by 14 points tonight. 4 fouls on the Swathers, 6 on St. John's in the second half of the game. It appears that Ortiz will be inbounding the ball, possibly to Marshall Wolf. Marshall Wolf now with the ball, driving it down the court, taking his time now. Over. Back to Ortiz, over to Delp. Now out to the side.
Fisher tries to shoot but misses. Kason Richardson now with the ball, dishes it to Schilling, who makes the easy layup. Brings the score now to 32-16 Swathers.
That'll be Schilling's 4th point in the second half.
Marshall Wolf brings the ball up the court, and it is stolen by Kason Richardson, who passes it to Schilling. Easy layup once again by the Swathers. Timeout called by St. John. Brings the score to 34-16 Swathers with 5.5 minutes left to play in this fourth quarter.
Impressive back-to-back layups here by Schilling. Great to see.
All right, we are back after that timeout. It is St. John's ball.
Thank you for tuning in tonight to Swathers Sports Network. I'm joined here with Mackenzie Unruh, who is first time commentating, and she's doing a fantastic job.
Well, thank you, James. Marshall Wolf brings the ball up for St. John. At the top of the key to Ortiz now.
Ortiz over to Fisher. Fisher
Drives.
up. Doesn't
No
make
good,
that.
but a foul is called, I believe, on Ben Bollinger of the Swathers. It's his fourth foul. Fisher will be shooting 2. First shot is up, no good. Andrew Schmidt now in for the Swathers for Ben Bollinger. Just over 5 minutes left to play. Fisher's second shot. He makes it, brings the score to 34-18 Swathers.
Wow, immediately Schilling with the shot there. Makes it. Ortiz now with the ball, guarded by a Humphreys and Schilling.
Ball is knocked loose, but regained by St. John. Over to Ortiz in the corner.
Now Trey Fisher over here. Now Marshall Wolf. Nice pass over. Going to be possessed by Toby Wolf. Now back to Marshall Wolf, back up to Fisher. Fisher to Ortiz.
Ortiz shoots a long 3, doesn't make it. Rebound gained by St. John. Ortiz now passes it to Fisher in the corner. Fisher throws up the 3, but nothing. Rebound by Jackson Humphreys brings the ball up the court.
A little bit of an air ball there. Over now. Now Kaysen Richardson, top of the key, drives out to Nick Arnold. Nick Arnold to Jackson Humphreys. Jackson Humphrey now top of the key, hands it off here to Schilling.
Schilling down into Nick Arnold, passes it back out to Andrew Schmidt.
Schmidt on the far side there, working it over Nick Arnold.
A foul is called.
First personal on Joel Ortiz.
First personal here on Ortiz in the second half.
Number 10, Uriel Caleros.
In for St. John is number 10, Caleros, and number 21, Colin Hawley. Nick Arnold shooting 1 and 1. First shot is up. It is good.
Nice clean shot there, indeed.
Brings the score to 37-17 Swathers.
Just under 4 minutes remaining here, fourth period.
Nick Arnold's second shot. It is up and good.
Very clean shot there by Nick Arnold.
Ben Bollinger back in for the Swathers.
Ortiz will be inbounding.
Ortiz passes it to Marshall Wolf. Back to Ortiz, who will bring the ball up the court for the Tigers.
Kaysen Richardson closely watching Ortiz's every movement.
Ortiz still with the ball. Passes to Colin Haling. Haling shoots, but no good.
Bounces right off the front of the rim there.
A
for
foul
Haling.
is called. Haling will shoot 2. Foul is on Andrew Schmidt. That's his 5th foul. He is done for the night. In for Andrew is Jackson Humphreys.
Colin Holland will be shooting 2 shots.
Hawley now shooting 2. First shot is up, not good.
Number 4, Trey Fisher back in for St. John.
In for St. John is Trey Fisher.
Let's see if Hawley can make his first point here in the second half.
Hawley's second shot. Ball is up, no good. Rebound got by Jackson Humphreys, who brings the ball up the court. He goes, passes it to Richardson, to Schilling.
Schilling now holding on to it. Passes it off back to Humphreys, over to Grayson Richardson. Now Nick Arnold drives it up and makes that shot. It should be 40-17, Swathers up.
Ortiz now for St. John brings the ball up the court.
Guarded by Kaysen Richardson of Hesston.
Passes to Marshall. Marshall Wolf.
Trey Fisher wasn't able to make a shot there.
A foul is called.
5th personal on Ben Bollinger.
Ben Bollinger, that's his 5th foul.
24, Toby Wolf in for St. John.
He's out of the game. In for Ben Bollinger is
25,
Max Arnold.
for Hesston.
Max Arnold, number 25 for Hesston, is playing on an injured pelvis. Don't know how he is doing that, but more power to him.
Fisher now shooting 2.
First shot is up. Shot bounces off. Grabbed by Arnold.
Schilling, long pass to him, but he makes the shot. Brings the score to 42-17 Swathers.
Absolutely banked that pass right across the court. Looks like there's going to be a timeout called.
Timeout, St. John.
Just
Timeout from
under,
St. John. This will be a 30-second timeout.
just under 3 minutes remaining. Scores 42-17. 7 fouls on each team in this 4th period. Thank you for tuning in. Stay tuned for more. Thank you for staying with us tonight. We are back. 2 minutes and 51 seconds on the clock. 42-17. Swathers up in this 4th period tonight. 7 fouls on each team.
St. John's basketball. Marshall seems to be inbounding.
Marshall
He goes to
Wolf.
Ortiz.
Indeed.
Ortiz brings the ball up the court. Goes to the corner. Passes to Haling. Goes to Marshall Wolf.
Marshall Wolf.
Drives. Shoots and makes
Impressive.
it. A foul is called. Swathers tonight seem to be getting in a little bit of foul trouble, but
2nd personal on Max Arnold.
That is Max Arnold's 2nd personal.
Marshall Wolf will be shooting.
Basket was good by Marshall Wolf.
The basket shot by Marshall Wolf will be good. Brings the score now to 42-19 Swathers.
Marshall Wolf's 14th point of the 2nd half. Gonna shoot. Shot is up. Shot is nice and clean. Nothing but net. Ball is handed off to Jackson Humphrey. Now to Kason Richardson, making his way down court. Now to Jackson Humphrey. Over to Schilling. Schilling top of the key. Out to Nick Arnold. Nick Arnold now top of the key. Over to Max Arnold. Max Arnold is able to keep it inbounds there, barely.
Schilling gets the ball now. Dribbles around.
Almost loses control. From
Looking
Howland.
for a place to play it. But a timeout is called by the Swathers. Seems to be just a 30-second timeout call.
Number 1, Preston.
Special thank you tonight for Emerson Welsh for helping with cameras. Teague Mendola for helping with technology.
Timeout, Hesston.
Joey Keeker for also helping with sideline cameras. Catherine Gaston for helping with sideline cameras. Mackenzie Unruh for helping with commentary. Ben for supervising computer operations. And Elijah for assisting on pan camera. Stay tuned, there will be more coming up shortly.
All right, we are back now with 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. It will be Swather basketball.
42-20. Swathers up by 22 points.
Jackson Humphreys with the inbounds play. He looks, passes to Braden Schilling.
Braden
Dribbles it up.
Schilling over Max Arnold, out to Jackson Humphreys, over to Kaysen Richardson on this near side. Out, looks like almost wasn't able to get it, but Nick Arnold is able to get it. Now Schilling over to Richardson, Richardson to Max Arnold, back over to his little brother Nick Arnold. Now Kaysen Richardson on this close side here, guarded.
Max Arnold now at the top of the key looking for a play to Kaysen Richardson. Kaysen goes back to Max Arnold to Braden Schilling.
Schilling looking for an opening to hand it off. Hands it off nice and smooth to Kaysen Richardson.
Max Arnold now, just over a minute left to play. Goes to Jackson Humphreys.
Humphreys out to Richardson, guarded closely by Marshall Wolf. Very closely.
A foul is picked up. The foul will be on
Marshall Wolf of St. John's, number 0.
It's his third foul. Kaysen will be shooting now. In for the Swathers is Ty Schrader.
Kaysen Richardson will be shooting 1 and 1.
Kaysen Richardson shooting 1 and 1.
Kaysen Richardson, a 6'2 sophomore. Shot is up. Shot is clean. Kaysen Richardson now with his second shot in this 1-on-1.
Second shot is up. It is good. Brings the score now to 44-20 Swathers.
That'll be Richardson's 11th point here in this second half.
In for the Swathers now is Jake Proctor and Esau. It is St. John's ball, as well as number 15, Braden Bruner for the Swathers, and number 30, Matthew Monicum.
Matthew Monicum, first play time here tonight, the senior.
Big cheers from the crowd for Matthew. St. John's ball right now. It's Marshall Wolf bringing it up the court, guarded by Braden Bruner.
Marshall Wolf now with the ball, drives up, makes that. Looks like it's going to be 44-22 up Swathers. 50 seconds remain.
Esau brings the ball up the court. Passes to Jake Proctor, who goes over. Jake Proctor now.
Braden Bruner with the ball, passes it out. Jake Proctor once again. Proctor looking to clear up some space. Braden Esau now with the ball.
30 seconds remaining in this game.
Over
Esau
to Manicum. Manicum makes a shot. Impressive.
The crowd erupts for that one. The score is now 46-22. Everyone's very excited about that shot made.
Manicum makes his first shot and his only shot so far. And very impressive. 2 points on him. 13.2 seconds. 46-22. Swathers up.
A foul is called on Braden Bruner. It's his first foul. Marshall Wolf will be shooting 1 and 1 with 13 seconds left to go in this game.
Marshall Wolf now, first shot here. Shot is up. Shot bounces in off the front of the rim.
Brings the score now to 46-23 Swathers. Marshall Wolf's second shot now. Shot is up and good. Inbounding now for the Swathers is Matt Monicum. He goes to Ty Proctor, but he fumbles it. It is recovered by Caleros, and he makes the shot, bringing the score to 46-26
Ty
Swathers.
Schrader hands it off to Jake Proctor. Jake Proctor looks like he's going to hold on to it to end off this game here. Ends off the game with 46-26. Swathers up by 20. It's going to be 9 fouls on the Swathers, 8 fouls on the St. John's. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight.
Yes, what a wonderful game.
Yes, make sure to check back on YouTube, Swathers Sports Network on YouTube and Twitter for live or instant replay of any sporting event recorded. Thank you so much and have a good evening.